WashU was the school that I wanted to attend. For the design of the curriculum, I really liked the movement science focus.
We redesigned the curriculum around this idea of integration around the patient. And for us and for physical therapists, that integration happens around movement, understanding how people move, and then knowing how to help them optimize their movement.
The curriculum here is very different. Instead of taking an anatomy class and a kinesiology class and a diagnosis class, our learners are experiencing all of those things together. They're learning about shoulder anatomy and shoulder kinesiology and shoulder diagnosis. And so it's a really intentional way to pull everything together.
Every single day you are immersed in a curriculum that is all inclusive of whatever the topic is that you are trying to learn at that time.
So it's more representative of client care. It's more representative of how you clinically reason and think when you're working with a patient. And so rather than having to learn a certain way in the classroom and then switch how they learn to clinical care.
In this kind of program, we have to rethink what assessment is. It's not about getting a 9 out of 10. It's about where are expectations at and how can you meet and how can you rise to exceed what those expectations are.
The program does a really nice job of laying out exactly what we need to do to be successful. It gives us a list of the items that we'll be assessed on and how we can meet what the program would deem as acceptable for that performance assessment.
The ways that we assess people is true to life. So when I'm sitting across from a patient, they're giving me feedback on my performance, and I can adjust in real time or reflect later on, and then change what I need to do the next visit.
Every time we do an assessment together, we're going to say, here's the things you did really well. Keep doing those. Here's the things you could improve upon, and here's how you could improve them.
So there's lots of opportunities to practice skills, get feedback, try again.
Your confidence builds with your clinical experiences, your performance assessments that you complete, where you get feedback from lab assistants and faculty. And that really helps build your confidence to remind you that you do know what you're doing. You have the skills that you need to be successful.
As we go along in our careers, I think it's just really vital that people understand how to get feedback and then also give it as well.
Because in reality, they need to be lifelong learners. When they're in the clinic and they're seeing patients and they see something they've never seen before, we want them to feel capable and ready and excited to go back and learn more.
Another component of the curriculum here falls under coaching and mentorship.
Think of the coaching program as supporting the curriculum, supporting everything else that we're doing.
You meet during orientation and you're with that faculty coach all the way through graduation.
It helps us to better allocate our resources that we have and administering those and recognizing when they're needed and maybe when other ones are needed instead.
A coach here is more than a coach than I ever had in any of my high school sports experience. Here at WashU is somebody that you meet with regularly. They take the time out of their day with nothing else going on to make sure that they speak with you about your particular needs that will propel you towards success here in this program.
When you finish here, we don't want you saying, okay, I finished school, I'm done. We want you saying, okay, what's next?
We really do hope, and I really, within my core, really hope that these learners are leaving thankful that they know how to learn, that they've found something, one, they love to do, but two, that they are excited to keep learning about throughout their career.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn how to be a lifelong learner.
Because we're all very much linked together here, and everyone's success, student to faculty, is what is reflected here on our program, and it's probably the reason why in my short time I can see why WashU is so highly ranked and why everybody has wonderful things to say about it.